And hot mic.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Isekai adventure. When last we left off, the cannon was getting prepped to fire, and due to a very ingenious plan, a very ingenious plan by our paladin. Paladin, right? Paladin.
He declares himself a paladin, yes.
Okay, but you're more of a cleric.
Mechanically, he is what is effectively a first edition paladin. He's a multi-class fighter cleric.
Okay. All right.
So mechanically, he is a cleric. Narratively, he is a paladin.
Okay. Used his dispel magic to manage to counter what effectively was a 12th level spell. And slow down its countdown. Okay. Cool. All right. Slow down the countdown on this thing, and has bought themselves at least one more round. Downside, the cannon now seems to be filling with more energy, and at least from what Nimbus can tell, has now reached spell level beyond 12. Meaning that being able to dispel it may prove to be a bit too difficult going forward. Okay. And we have our giant scarab beetle that has been damaging the structure of this cannon, trying to cause it to be redirected and or just damage the support that it's on so that it can't fire properly. And the scarab beetle over here, this other mechanical beetle, doing its best in an attempt to try and repair the damage that is being done. Our faithful doggo over here, Fenrir, and Seth are still fighting against this last troll. And inside, Moonlit Whisper is facing off against Demon King General Professor Murgain. How will this proceed? So we find out. As we pick back up outside. Do folks want to refoot?
Don't know where I am in the initiative, so I don't know.
Let's see. That's right.
Did you move the player marker?
Yes, I did. What are you talking about?
I see. My mistake.
Exactly. You're all crazy.
I'm effectively at I'm before the baddies and everything, so I think I'm good.
Okay. All right. Missouri, you are ahead of the baddies, so do you want to refoot? Or are you... Actually, you're ahead of everyone. Missouri is first. So you are first in the initiative. So... Okay. In which case, this cannon, I'll say this cannon, it is aimed. I'll say it is aimed, and seems to be in place to fire, but seems to be stalled for one round.
I was wondering if I could maybe use the energy of my wing beat, the vibrations in the air, to kind of blow it off course, maybe?
A wing beat. Let's see. Okay. So what you can do, you can use your wing beat, and yeah, that's actually I'm assuming you're looking at your actions.
Yes.
Okay. Closed ultra. So yes. So that would I will, let's see. The thing does have stats. I don't think it really makes saves. Structures make saves.
Not usually.
Okay, cool. All right. Considering what this is, if you use the closed elytra, I will say that it counts as a successful save. So instead of doing double damage, you can do your 10d6 thunder damage, because thunder damage is effectively sonics, right?
Yeah, thunder is sonic. Concussion.
Yeah.
In which case, yes. I will say that sonic damage can definitely do more damage to the structure than radiant would.
Okay. So roll 10d6.
Yes, and which direction are you? Wait, sorry. Let me see. Because of what your attack is, it is a cone. Yeah, 60-foot cone. Which way do you want to angle it? Do you want to angle it to try to hit this thing, or do you want to focus all of that on the structure? Because if you angle it towards this guy ahead of you, you will not get as much of the structure. But if you decide to go at the structure, you can get more of it in the hex.
I will aim it at the structure.
Okay. That's what I was like. I didn't know if you want to include this guy in it or not. You can either attempt to take him out as well, but you'll do less damage to the structure, or you can do more damage to the structure.
I will do more damage to the structure.
Okay. In which case, go ahead and do that. As Nimbus, you are behind her. Masa, you are behind a scarab beetle, and you will see its wings start to open as it kind of does a. I just thought about something, and I'm not going to retroact. I'm not gonna retcon it. But I'll remember that for later. Technically, I like it because it was cinematically cool, and I'm not going to offset what he did. But technically, Nimbus's thing is dispel magic is verbal.
But didn't he cast his spell before I started my wing beat?
No, your the aura that you have, anything within 15 feet of your aura isn't supposed to be able to cast verbal spells.
My wisdom is 18 or higher, so I do not necessarily require verbal.
Okay, is that a thing?
You have the advanced spellcasting handout there. That's one of the house rules we've been using.
Okay, cool.
Let's say if you have a high stat, you can potentially reduce your component costs.
Okay. Oh yeah, like I said, I wasn't gonna offset that anyway, but I forgot that.
I also had enough movement. I could have just moved forward, dispelled, and because I think the dispel happened before I got into the radius because I was a little bit short on the movement.
I can't remember where you were. That's why I was like, wait a minute. I was like,
You can't either, but you have the advanced spellcasting handout here, which my stat is high enough to ignore verbal component.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. I don't feel guilty anymore then. All right. All right. In which case, 10d6, 37 damage. Okay. So 37 damage to the structure. The structure shakes, vibrates violently. Nimbus, can you make me a dexterity check as wooden planks and rocks start falling down at you?
Check or save?
Save, sorry.
I believe we're still. Are we? I believe we're blessed.
Yes.
Blessed oblige.
Blessed, I believe, should be dropping fairly shortly. I believe Bless only doesn't last for that long. Was it a handful of rounds?
It lasts for a minute usually, so 10 rounds.
Okay, yeah. Then arguably, it'll last this duration. Okay. All right. You are able to dance and dodge around the rocks that are falling over your head as this massive droning noise isn't enough to throw you off, but it is very loud and very loud and annoying. As you can actually see vibrations in the air around you. Coupled with the annoying droning noise that you hear in your ears, this is discomforting, but not enough to throw you off. The structure shakes violently. Let's see. The only other person on here would be River. River is on here. I need to roll for Minerva to stay upright. Because anyone on the structure, when it takes damage like this, has to roll. Jesus Christ, her dex save is kind of ass. Okay. Strength and con and wisdom. Because you got to be a wise wolf. Don't actually have to be a dexterous one. All right, Minerva's knocked prone. As she staggers around, and her her wolf form falls over. River standing there like a porcelain doll. Seemingly unfazed as the debris falls around her. I believe that is your action. Let me see. Do you have bonus actions? You do not. All right. Cool. All right. Which case? Is there anything else you want to do, Missouri?
No.
Okay. Nimbus, you have the structure, rattling and rocking in front of you. You have this scarab behind you still trying to attack you. What are you doing?
Okay, so we have one more round before the cannon potentially goes off again. So if I want to make an attempt at dispelling it again to buy us more time, that would be next round.
It's already attempting to charge up again. Your dispel kept it from firing.
Okay, so if I don't make another dispel attempt, it will fire again.
It will fire at the end of the round.
Okay.
I'll say, even if she destroyed the platform, the gun would have fired. It just depends on which angle that it.
Yeah. If the platform had gotten broken, the angle would have changed, which may or may not be a good thing, depending on which way it fell.
Yeah. If it falls straight down, it's just going to shoot the ground right where you guys are. So you can either attempt to dispel again, you can attack this thing, or if you have a spell that can, if you have something that can do damage to structures, you can attack the structure. From what River, I believe, let everybody know, the structure is made out of a specially treated wood, so it is fire resistant.
Yeah, I remember that.
You did not seem to notice any sort of resistance from what you saw to thunder, though.
Oh,
not exactly vulnerable, but
as you know, having played cleric before, don't get a lot of thunder options.
This is true. I didn't know if you had any abilities that converted stuff, or if your swords do funny things or not.
Nothing that useful.
Or if you're like, oh, hey, I'm a cleric, but I have this bomb in my pocket.
Yeah.
I know sometimes you guys take like little knickknacks and shit. Just like, just in case. I spoke to an alchemist in my backstory. I've got a sonic grenade.
Okay. So,
spell of sonic disruption.
I have a really stupid plan. But theoretically, this does work.
Pray?
No, I still can't pray. That hasn't reset yet.
Okay. Wait. What did you pray for before that took up the
time? When I dispelled the shoes at the dance floor?
Oh. Wait, I forgot. How long does it take for that to reset?
A week.
Ah, shit.
It's fine, though. I'm going into my belt, and I'm drawing one of the scrolls we got from the library.
Holy shit. People are using stuff I gave them?
I am using the scroll Wall of Sand.
Okay.
I am conjuring the wall under the base of the platform, thus elevating the cannon. The wall is in theory 10 feet high according to the spell, so I am angling it however much of an angle 10 feet would be for the arc of the blast. So in theory it'll now shoot into the sky?
Of a bitch. Okay. Okay.
Said it was a stupid plan.
Oh no, that's a, you know what? I can't even argue that. And let's see, there's Wall of Sand. Yeah, no, there's no resist. There's no resist. It just happens.
If it's a wall, in theory, you don't resist a wall showing up. You just go, oh crap, there's a wall. Let me go around it.
I mean, I don't know. I'm like, if you're standing on it, I don't know. Sometimes there's really dumb things to spells. It was like, oh, hey, if there's a spell that's happening underneath you, or
the only time I've seen that is Wall of Fire gives you a dex save to figure out which side of the wall you end up on when it's summoned underneath you.
Okay. But yeah. All right. So where are you elevating it? Like, if you could ping on the map where you want to try to make it.
30 feet long, 10 feet.
Or if you just want to draw it.
Yeah, 1 second. Okay, so to get the most out of the angle, we need to do it a little bit more towards the back. So there-ish.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. In which case, and I'm glad you did that because that is not the damaged structure. If you had done it, if you had done it around the area before this, before this guy, that wall of sand basically would have just destroyed this front angle right here, and would have just sent the Ganon basically pointing directly down at your face. So
no.
I'll say you guys would have ended up doing like a high level spell. I'll say god level spell in your face. Okay. In which case, the platform creaks and groans as this wall of as the scroll that you unravel dissipates. I'll say the spell on it dissipates. The magic glittering off of it into the ground, feeding into what little magic is left in the planet in this area, and is able to manifest this wall of sand that creaks and groans and lifts the cannon 10 degrees in the air. I'll say it is enough to where you feel pretty comfortable that this should be enough to miss. I'll say, Misery, you see this wall of sand basically burst directly in front of you, raising the front end of this platform in the air.
That's only going to, in theory, last for a few minutes or until they smash it, so we still got to do something.
Can I ram it?
No, the wall of sand, Nimbus made that wall of sand to throw off the trajectory of the gun. So he created a wall. Yeah, she was saying, can I ram it? And I was like,
she could ram the gun.
Well, on her turn, yeah. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm gonna say, you don't want to ram the wall because the wall is the only thing. The wall is the only thing keeping the gun from aiming at the city right now.
Mm-hmm.
Nimbus hasn't done the math, but he's pretty sure he pretty much made this as a desperation. If I raise the angle of the gun, it probably won't hit the city. Anything else that you were doing?
Bonus action, spiritual weapon over there to the remaining troll. I don't remember if an 18 hits them or not.
18 does hit.
Okay. Oh, 10 radiant, or 10 force, I'm sorry.
Not happy.
That was usually close to a gecko noise, I just want to say.
And Fenrir gets a turn too, so...
Puppy Shank hits. Strength save 13. Forgot that I had trolls. 1 second. Is that the red troll or the yellow one? Okay, red one. All right. Strength save. All right. +6. All right. He refrains from being knocked down. But he is looking fairly rough. He looks bloodied, wounded, just like holding on for dear life. All right. All right. Okay. Seth, seeing what is happening, will make his way over here. Over the droning noise that you are surrounded by, you will kind of hear him yelling, kind of faintly between the sounds of the cannon going off. What's your passive perception?
Passive perception. 16.
If you want to hear what he is saying, because you have the sound of her beating her wings, you have the sound of this cannon like charging up. You have the sound of this thing whirring around you and debris falling all over the place. If you can make me a free perception check to see if you can actually hear what he's saying to you. Because you have an abundance of noise around you right now.
That was unnecessary. Natural 20.
Okay. You will hear him saying and gesturing to the wall of sand that you made. Asking, do you need he will say, do you need assistance?
How do you think you can assist?
He is going to he is going to make a handful of hand gestures. In your experience, seems to be something associated with mystic. With something similar to a mystic art. Mystic art of those who fight from the shadows. As he
has
will
some kind of earth jutsu.
Yes, as he slams his hand into the ground, as you will see the wall of sand be pushed up into the air by another wall of sand.
Okay, so yeah, that's a 20-foot increase.
That's Tomose, so that's his one thing for the day. I'll say, all right. Hope he doesn't have to do anything else, because he gets one third level spell a day. So all right. The wall of sands stack and become a fortress of sand. A sand castle, if you will. He will then, this thing's right here. You're right there. All right, he's gonna throw a dagger at it. Or something that looks like a dagger. You're a well versed enough warrior. He is throwing a kunai at him. Okay. He hits. right. As this thing gets pierced in the back, with a kuna that lodges itself in its gears. It makes a handful of noises as like Yaz is not here. As we then proceed to shift back inside to Moonlit Whisper.
Yes. Okay.
So,
Do I hear the cannon go off?
you do not hear the cannon go off, but you do. Masa, you don't hear the cannon go off, but what seems to be it seems to have stopped temporarily. Masa seems to have stopped temporarily, but what is happening now? Masa, the sound seems to have stopped, and then shortly thereafter, it seems to be charging up even more violently. As if the cannon did stop for some reason. You're unsure as to why. You can't link it to, I'll say, because of how you guys did everything. You can't tell whether what you blew up stopped the cannon. But you're unaware that what actually stopped the cannon was a spell save outside.
Okay.
While this is going on now, the cannon is charging again, but the ground is rumbling violently. Masi, the ground is rumbling crazy and violently.
Okay.
There do seem to be what sounds to be alarms going off. Unusual alarms that you're not used to in the city. Normally the city has like bells or some sort of thing that would go off. This is a loud screeching, almost mechanical droning noise. An actual modern day bass klaxon going off like whoop whoop whoop. It definitely, even though it's not a sound you're familiar with, it definitely sounds like, it does not sound like anything good is happening. Not so much good for you, just it sounds like something involving this base and the structure is in danger. It sounds like an alarm less than, than anything else. You can also see, the ceiling is also starting to have like rocks and debris like shake loose from it.
Okay, sounds like my buddies have definitely been putting in some work. Let me just make sure some things here are properly disabled.
Yeah.
Gonna move over there. Do I have a smudge action move? I do not have a smudge action move.
That was your entire
No.
move?
Yeah, because I can't directly do this unless I'm going through the wall.
Yes.
I need to go like that, which is 35 feet.
I don't know why I thought that you had more than 30 feet of movement.
I mean, I guess I could do that if I can shave corners.
Make a dexterity check, and to make sure that you don't like clip your shoulder or anything. It's technically part of the hex. It's just the edge of it. Sure. You bump into it. I'm gonna say you don't do it smoothly, but you're able to cut the corners and kind of like clip your shoulder and like but you're able to get over there. It's not smooth, and you're pretty happy that no one saw you do that, but
Yeah.
you can tell them how cool you were later.
Real funny, man. Rolling a 7 for me. I do have an extra check. I just wanted to double check that. It is benefit. Swing.
Okay.
Wow.
Jesus fuck. Okay.
Okay. Critical thing.
Okay. Did that calculate it in? It did not. Oh, okay.
12 plus 8.
Oh, 8 is the calculation. Okay.
Yeah. Are we doing the max plus?
I think it is max plus. Is that what that roll?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I have crit as 8 because because crit doesn't factor in mod. So that is correct.
Okay. Sweet. Then you roll.
I don't think I have any other modifiers running. So yeah.
Then you roll maximum damage on the next one too.
So nice.
So maximum damage, crit damage, then 6. Okay. You only rolled 2 less than maximum damage that you could have done. Okay. Damn, look at you go. Okay. This machine shudders, and I'll say shudders steam and some sort of fluid that you're unfamiliar with spills out as the energy, I'll say, as it obviously shuts down. You hear the sound of something massive shutting off. The lights flicker and dim a bit. I'll say the lights flicker and dim before you hear like a drum as what sounds to be a significantly less powerful kind of backup comes up. You're familiar enough to tell that there's some sort of significantly weaker reserve that has kicked in to keep just enough bare minimum stuff going.
Okay. Were these? Sorry, go on.
No, what was that?
Were these doors motion sensitive?
Yes, because when you walked over here, this one was motion sensitive. You walked over to it and it just opened.
Okay. With the Vespa blade, do I have an idea if that would trigger it?
Good question.
Okay. Well, I have a bonus action, so I can move it.
How much does the Vespa blade weigh?
It technically speaking is a spirit weapon. It's just gotten through the artificial class.
Oh, okay. So it's a item that you imbued like energy to be a spirit weapon, correct?
Narratively speaking.
Okay, because you could just pick it up and swing it at people if it wasn't infused, correct?
Again, And narratively speaking, I have to phrase it that way because technically all the artificer's things are still spells.
Yeah.
It's a refluff
It's just
spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like I know it's a spiritual weapon. I
Because
was like,
spiritual weapon has no weight, and you can't pick it up and wield it. It's an energy construct like a Green Lantern ring.
Okay, so that's why I was like, is it actually like a thing that has weight to it, or is it just like, oh hey, here's this thing, and due to my class, I've imbued it with life, and it can do the spell now. That's what I was wondering, because the way he says it was like, hey, it got dispelled and it clattered to the ground. So I was like, oh, okay, it clattered to the ground, so it has like a form. So
because artificer stuff is technically imbued technology, but mechanically speaking, it doesn't make a distinction unless I'm missing something about the class write-up.
Okay.
Which is why it's in a weird spot, because the class implies one thing, but the mechanics say something different.
Okay. I'm about to say, so the class implies that this is an item. This is actually a thing. I'm just trying to figure this out, because as a door, it has to acknowledge like a certain weight limit or like mass limit for it to open. That's why I was trying to get an idea if this is actually like something that you put in your pocket, or is this something that just appears out of nowhere? Like, not mechanically, just is this actually something that you physically grab a hold of, or something that you pull out of your backpack or pocket?
My understanding of the intention of Artificer would say that it is a device I physically pull out and pour magic into to get to function.
Okay, cool.
That's my understanding of Artificer.
Yeah, I'm about to say
your toolkit to do stuff.
Yeah, like I said, I don't have any intention of like using this against you for anything later. It's just to see if this is something like a physical object that can actively weigh enough to activate the door. So because if this was like if this was Nimbus's spiritual weapon, then it wouldn't be able to do it, because it doesn't have any mass. It doesn't have any actual mass. It's just magic. Yours is an actual device that is imbued with magic to replicate the effect of a spell. So without the spell, it still exists, which means that it actually is something that has mass. Which, so let me see what the weight limit on this thing is. All right. Because there is a weight limit on the door, specifically designed to keep spirits and shit from being able to open said door. All right. Yep. Okay. I feel it is safe to say that your Vespa blade weighs more than 16 ounces. I would assume this thing weighs at least about a pound of metal, since it's a spinning death blade. All right.
Well, if we're being granular about it, technically the core of it is metal, and the magic is having it project a spinning death blade of force.
Okay, cool. All right. Either way, that's perfectly fine. That is enough to be able to trigger the door, because the sliding doors were designed to keep unseen servants from being able to make their way through here.
Nice.
So it's supposed to keep out ghosts, unseen servants, and other things that don't have mass. All right. But since your spiritual weapon actually does have semblance of mass, the door opens.
Okay. Gonna go right here.
Okay.
I remember there was some sort of control mechanism.
There's something
there.
There's something in there, yes.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, you will hear as the door opens, what are you? What are you doing in here? Get out! You do not have clearance. Is it just shredding everything in this direction that it's going to?
Yeah, because I was in the room previously, and Again, I figure I can remember that there was some sort of control thing like just after the door. So I guess shut it. So
you will hear the sound. I'm gonna say you. You will hear the sound of crunching. You will hear the sound of crunching and slashing and destruction. Player will hear the saddening sound of the equivalent of a gaming PC being crushed, destroyed, and thrown into what sounds like a wood chipper.
oh no. Oh no.
As I'm about to say, is he's like, no. He's like, no, I didn't save it. My save progress. I've got to do that all over again. Get away from here. Get away. Doc, got the sharp. Doc. You just hear him like screaming as this thing, like screaming and yelling as this thing is just like buzzsawing through this computer. And indiscriminately buzzsawing everything as you can kind of hear the sound of leather getting shredded as well as it takes out the chair too, because it's just like destroy everything in that area. Because I believe you just kind of sent it in. It was like, hey, just go along the wall and destroy shit, I assume.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, nothing can move much further than that, but yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Okay. In which case, assume that's the end of your turn.
Yes.
All right. Professor Mergain is on his turn, looking over at the monitors, the klaxons and warnings that are going off. The screen is giving off. I'll say he'll walk back over here, take a look, and we'll see that the screen says that he is seeing that the angle of the gun is being somehow slowly being aimed higher than what it than the angle that he wanted it to be. He will growl in anger as he makes his way back over here. Types in a handful of buttons, and will slam down his hand on the keyboard. As the screen will go red, as it will flash override. Let's see. All right. Moonlit Whisper. You will hear. All of the power in this area. You will feel the place go. You will notice the place go almost completely pitch black, as if all the energy was immediately shunted. As you will hear a rapid and then it goes completely silent. Outside.
I hope that's a good thing.
Outside. Nimbus and Missouri, you will see a rapid flow of energy, a rapid surge and flow of energy pulse into the gun. That rapid flow of energy will just as all the cinematically, you guys have seen those movies. You guys have seen movies where something has charged up and there's that brief split-second moment right before fires where you're like, hey, what's going? Boom! The gun discharges. I'll say the gun discharges a massive burst of magical energy. The platform, must say the overcharge of this causing. I need. Let's see. I need Missouri and Nimbus to make dex saves.
Okay.
And I also need to make dex saves for everyone who is in front of the cannon. I'll say. Let's see. See the abominations. See the. What is their dex? Okay. Yeah. Clockwork Abomination does not make it. Missouri does not make it. Nimbus just barely makes it. Okay. Both of these things are immediately vaporized. As even though you are not in the path of the beam, even though you are not in the path of the beam, there is ambient amounts. There is an ambient amount of energy, the ambient amount of damage that you just take. Let's see. 1 second. I'll say Nimbus saved. Let's see, hold on. Must say Nimbus saved, so you take half. Let's see, all right, so
half of God tier planet killing magic. Got it.
Well, you take half of the the ambient aura of planets killing God tier magic. So if you got, I'll say if this thing had actually pointed down a shot at you, yeah, nah. Okay. 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 This damage is magic. This damage is counted as magic.
Just generic magic, not a specific element.
Yeah. All right. I'll say Nimbus save perhaps, Nimbus save for half, so 80 damage to Nimbus, 160 damage to Missouri.
Jeez.
That kills me, doesn't it?
Well, you can't go below 0, so
When she hits 0, does she
When
like
she hits
lose
0
her
hit
bug
points, she
form?
reverts to her normal form.
Oh, okay.
However, unlike a druid, the hit points don't reset. It's just toast.
Oh, okay.
That kills me.
You
Well,
are at
you're
0,
dying.
you
If
are
you're
not
at 0,
dead.
you start making death saves.
Yeah.
So you are dying. You did not die outright.
Why can't I change her? Okay. It won't let me change her health.
I had to double click on it.
Did.
I had to double click on it, do it the hard way.
Oh, okay.
Did I not
All right.
change it?
It just did. All right. There we go. All right. The scarab, I'll say the scarab, I'll say from the looks of it, Nimbus, the scarab almost seems to get disintegrated in the wave as its body is literally torn apart in the torrent of magic. The scarab, I'll say the scarab is ripped away to pieces until the body of Missouri falls to the ground amongst the debris.
Oh no, I'm debris.
I say the magic beam seemingly causing enough damage to rip her form away from. Rip their form away from them, and as they like crumple to the, they fall out of the elevated sky, and just tumble across the damaged wooden frame over here. Nimbus does not seem to be in too good a shape either. Oh shit, damn, you're down to 2? Oh fuck.
Yep.
Okay, you survived. Oh fuck, I forgot Seth. Okay, one sec.
Blah.
Cause Seth is in the blast radius. Whee! All right, Seth, let's see how you do. You're a ninja. Let's see how you do with dex saves. If you save, you make, I'll say you take nothing. But he does have advantage on these. Okay, he just barely makes it. So he takes 80. He is sent careening to the ground as the magical radiation sears, sears half of his body, as almost seems like a solar flare, just like connected with his body, as he falls to the ground, clutching the entire right side of his body. He is.
That was not. Sorry, didn't mean to send that.
No, what was that?
I had accidentally sent something in chat.
Oh, okay.
Ignore that.
Okay. Yeah, he is severely injured. Not as bad as you, Nimbus, but definitely will be happy when combat's over. Speaking of which, this troll regains 10. I'm surprised this troll is still standing. The blast goes firing off into the sky. The blast goes firing off into the sky. You are not certain where it is going as it disappears over the horizon. But is definitely not making the beeline to Ardent that you thought it was. If
And now there's no moon.
if you I will let you Missouri's down. Nimbus, if you feel up to it, I will let you make an intelligence. I will let you make an intelligence check to see if you can estimate how where it's likely going to land.
Unnecessary nat 20.
Okay. Oh, you have a 0?
I have an 11 intelligence, so plus 0, yeah.
Okay. In which case, you able to do immediate levels of trigonometry, even though you never really focused on it in school, but something about when it comes to magic and when it comes to magic, it just makes sense. You are reassured with the confidence of the moon that not only will this blast not hit Ardent, it will not hit the moon either. So so the moon is safe and Ardent is safe. You are, however, unaware of you are pretty sure that the ocean behind Ardent is probably in for a nasty deep impact moment. However, the tidal wave from the impact of that blast should, more than likely should be heavily nerfed by the fact that at the back of Ardent is a mountain range. So you are pretty sure that the tidal wave that will be caused will be blunted or nullified by the mountainside and will not actually harm Ardent. So the geological location of Ardent having its back to the to a mountain range that is at the sea has worked in your favor. So you are familiar. You are aware that Ardent is safe.
Huzzah!
The gun seems slow to recharge.
That seems consistent, considering in theory it took several days to charge after the last shot.
The dire troll is going to, there's no more of those mechanical things left, so the dire troll is just going to, oh man, that's right, those things got vaporized, so they don't get a chance to explode. Because if those things didn't get vaporized, then they actually would have those things didn't get vaporized, they would have blown up when they hit 0, and that would have done extra damage to you. Finrer is the only person over here, unfortunately. So he's just going to make all of these attacks at Finrer. I believe that's right. Let me check. Oh, nope, wrong. All right. 18, 29, 13, 30, and 30.
I believe
I'm assuming 29s and 30s.
anything over 22, so the 29 and the 230s.
Okay. Anything you do to stop that before I roll damage?
I don't think there's anything he can do to cover himself. Nope.
So that, you dodge the bite, which is the one that does the poison damage. So it's all claw attacks. And these all count as magical, so that's right. All right. 46 slashing.
Woof.
Okay, as this troll seems to be, it's like, definitely seems to be like, I'm taking at least one of you down. Okay. At 0. Okay. Where the hell are they? Here we are. Okay, there we go. Out of nowhere, Fenrir will see. I'll say, out of nowhere, you will see a blast. I'll say blast of energy. Come out of nowhere as this thing is pelted. I'll say this thing is pelted in the back with bolts of fire. I'll say. All right. As it takes, I'll say, as is, its back is sizzling from the from this firebolt that is struck in the back with. Okay. And seeing what is happening, he's going to go ahead and twin spell and do it again. as this thing goes down in a hail of fire. As it collapses in front of Nimbus. He will finally step over the cliffside. And start making his way over to you guys. Seemingly walking at what, from Nimbus, what you can see, seemingly walking at a leisurely pace. More fascinated with the power of the gun than the health and well-being of you guys. Anyone want to refoot?
I'm good.
Okay. In which case, Missouri, I need a death save.
Okay.
So you
I'll
roll a
say.
d20 and roll a 10 or higher, hopefully.
D20. Fudge.
Okay, so that's one failure. You're okay. It's a 3 strikes policy.
Do I do them all now or?
No,
every
it's once a
turn?
turn.
Okay.
Okay. Nimbus, I must say, they are no longer droning, so I can get rid of that. Right. The cannon is no longer charging. The battlefield has gone quiet. Unnervingly quiet. Enough to where you can hear Missouri coughing up blood behind you.
All right.
Nimbus. Half dead yourself.
Yep.
1 foot in the grave. What are you doing?
Not dying.
So you have 1 foot in the grave. Missouri is 2 feet in the grave and getting comfy.
All right. Well, action. That'll work. Okay, we'll do it over here.
Action doesn't work. Don't you love that action?
Yep. Totally love that action. Level. Seven mana. Eight HP to me. 58 HP to Missouri. And if I position it correctly, which I can, we can do 58 HP to what's his nuts over there?
Seth?
Yeah. Like all the trolls are down. The spiritual weapon doesn't need to do anything. Fenrir can use his bonus action for second wind. Great. Better than nothing. Alright, I think that covers everything. My action, nothing to do with the bonus action because everyone's down. I guess I'll go help Missouri to their feet, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. All right, Missouri, you have health again.
Yay.
Seth has health again, but is like, oh god, that was dumb of me. But at least everyone lived. And despite the fact, oof, I forgot. Although she is not hurt. The rope trick is dissipated as Jib Jib falls out of it, landing on the ground at the edge of the cliff.
Well, that's weird.
It's probably disrupted the magic.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume that's what happened. I'm just,
Jib Jib falls out onto the ground like, wow, we did it! Yay! Just like just throws up on the ground. Still suffering from mana sickness. I'm not feeling so good. Nimbus, why is everyone hurt?
big gun go boom.
Did we win?
Seem to have.
Yay!
Baddies are gone. We're still up. I'm pretty sure that's a win.
I'm very happy.
We are missing one, though, so we're going to have to figure out where he went.
Seth is going to he's what can he do? I guess he'll lash you. He was like anything that we need done. Looks like stuff's done out here.
Yeah, everything seems to be done out here. We probably ought to, go inside and, see if we can find Whisper.
Okay. Run, hop, jump up here. All right. And this is the most move he can do. All right. She's going to make her way over here. Let's see. All right. And she's going to start searching for an entrance over here. Did I? Okay. Okay. Kiosk. Moonlit Whisper.
Yes. As everything crashes down around me. Oh God.
You hear what sounds like the gun going off as the entire as the entire area shakes. You are pretty sure that with how much damage is being caused by this gun going off, something either went wrong with the firing, or no, something just went wrong with the firing. Either they overloaded the cannon, or something went wrong with the cannon, and the place is starting to become unstable.
Well, I guess that's my due to leave. Let's see. Was that a list of names on that notepad?
That was a list of like the people who've been. That was just a list of the people who've been in the containers. So just
Okay.
random people who have been stuffed in them.
Gotcha. What I will do then, because everything seems to be, fallen down. Do I have?
Every time I falling down, all alone I fall to pieces. I already have images for them. I feel like I do.
Some of do I not have?
There we go. I do have tokens for them. I was like, the fuck? I know I made tokens for them. You son of a bitch.
Well, crap. I don't have a piece of paper. Does that? I take it that notepad is actually a written down pad, or is it more like a laptop thing? Can I pick it up, basically?
This? Yes, it's a clipboard with paper on it.
Okay. I would like to go over use an item interaction to pick it up.
Okay. It is a clipboard. It has several names seemingly checked off of it. There are 4 names. There are still 4 names that seem as if they were people to be, for lack of a better term, hunted.
Okay. Okay, would it be a free action to nudge the red case that I'm adjacent to? I'm wanting to kind of see if I can judge its weight, just kind of by nudging it to see how much it'll shift.
This, or which one?
Yeah, the one you just pinged.
Okay. Shoving it, I feel like it's safe to say that this thing is roughly between 200, 250 pounds.
That goes. I do moving too slowly for that. 'Cause I take it. Does it feel like this place is collapsing on me?
It is unstable.
Okay. Okay.
I'm about to say it is unstable. You are not certain. You're pretty sure that it's probably going to come down. You're not certain if it's going to come down right now, but this place is. Think of it as being inside of like an old barn that's on fire. You know it's going to come down soon, but you're not certain how soon. It could be, I'll say, but you're pretty sure you have at least about like maybe 2-3 rounds before you have to start dodging falling debris at minimum. I'll say within 2 or 3 rounds, either this place is going to completely cave in, or you're going to have to start dodging falling debris at minimum.
Gotcha. Okay, there's a thing I want to do. I unfortunately forgot to list the duration of it, so I need to look that up right quick.
Okay.
Didn't take but a few seconds. Flash as fast as my computer. So let's put the duration on there. Oh, cool. In that case, is that not? Okay. Let's list that. Minus off Zanema. Unless it didn't do the thing.
Guard wall. You create a magical barrier on a solid surface, and you can make the barrier up to 10 feet long. When you cast a spell, impedes attacks that pass through any creature standing behind the guard wall. 3/4 cover. The other side of the barrier allows weapons and spells to pass through freely until the spell ends. You can command the protective side of the barrier to change appearance. Invisible, translucent. The barrier can be any color you choose, but it remains. Okay, so you are making a wall?
I'm making a wall above to protect what I can of these casings / chests here.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that is the rest of my move. Probably beam is probably the better way to go here. There we go. Just gonna get a much less. There we go. Cool. Says I can't rescue everyone that's in the pods. Upside, they're in the pods, which at least appear to be somewhat reinforced. And we'll have some equipment here that we can at least analyze. Okay. Okay, cool. I believe that is it for my turn because I've moved. I've done that.
Okay.
I'm going to keep the Vesper Blade where it is. Actually, I'm going to shift it one down. Okay.
You will hear over you and everyone outside as well, as you finally, I'll say for you guys, you found outside, you finally take notice of the fact that there seem to be some sort of like speaker devices on the sides of the on the cliff face. They're shaped very strangely, but when sound starts coming out of them, you become aware that it's some sort of communication system. Basically speakers. All of you, everyone will hear this, including Moonlit Whisper, because the speaker system goes through everything. You like to believe that because you threw off, I must say, you threw off the angle of this weapon of mine, that all of you will be safe. No. You, fraction, remnant of the demon lord's army, I will not be so easily disposed of. But you think that you can come in here and take that which is mine, that which I've worked so hard to get. If you seriously think that I am going to allow you to have any of this, you are sadly mistaken. You will not have my life's work, so that you may be able to figure out a way to use it against me. No. Accept the fact you have lost. He is, I'll say, he is not coming back. I, when it is all said and done, will be the demon lord. And you will fall. This wreckage, this hollowed, irradiated husk, shall be your graves. You will hear the sound that players recognize as radio cutoff noise of like Moonlit Whisper. All the lights will go out. And the only lights that will come on are red lights that seem to be spinning.
Okay.
Warning. Self-destruct sequence has been initiated. Warning. The place starts rumbling and vibrating. Player will recognize what is going on, similar to the nest from Resident Evil 2 starting to fall apart. As you will see, as what you can feel seems to, I'm gonna say, you can feel like this increase in heat coming off of the floor. Which, based on where you're located and what this place has been doing, you are fairly certain that there seems to be something resembling an active volcano that is being triggered underneath this base.
I'd like to use suggestion on the security system.
You will you will hear from the other room. Wait, master, I'm still here. Oh no. You'll hear him like, move out of my way, move out of the way. He's trying to get him. I'll say, the door's open because the Vespa Blade's right here. You'll see him trying to get around the Vespa Blade, but it's blocking his path. He's like, no, move. Ah! He's trying to get past it, but every time he reaches at it, it almost slices him. He's like, Doc, no.
Oh no. Oh no. I don't suppose it gave a countdown. Or is it self-destruct's been activated?
Self-destruct's been activated. Current Mase, you what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 16.
Okay. Mase, passive perception. You said 16?
Correct.
Okay. Looking around, you will see you didn't destroy these monitors over here.
No.
You will be able to see on the screens. It seems to be a 30-second countdown. 5 rounds.
Okay.
I must say, in regards to everyone outside, you will hear, there's no flashing red lights, but you will hear klaxons going off. You will hear klaxons going off as the gun seems to completely drain of whatever power it was trying to recharge with, as the ground outside begins rumbling, and mixed in with the mist that is the green mist that is pouring out of the ground, Nimbus and Missouri, because you are so close to it, you will be able to hear, you'll be able to feel an intense heat as you look down, and you can see the faint glow of magma roughly about 100 meters down that seems to be slowly making its way up. You do not need any sort of nature roll to realize that whatever has just happened seems to be triggering a volcanic eruption.
All right, we gotta go.
This for lack of a better term, this place is about to Mount Doom.
Missouri, could you turn back into that bug?
My bad. Sure.
All right.
Can everybody fit on me?
If you turn back into the bug, we will all fit, yes.
All right, then bug I am.
Gargantuan.
Given the gargantuan creature's size is 20 by 20 feet, its physical space is 16 5 by 5 squares, so we all should definitely fit.
Oh, okay.
Scarab has a fly speed of 15, which I can buff to 25 via the Longstrider spell.
Okay, cool. Can physically accommodate roughly 16 to 20 people.
Yep.
Standing shoulder to shoulder.
Get in close, friends.
Oh, okay.
And if I pop a Longstrider on that, our speed goes up.
Can carry even more people if you want to. Can carry even more people if you want to. I'll say if someone wants to, you're willing to let her eat you.
Mm-hmm. Well, thankfully we don't have that many people, so doesn't come to that.
All right, so you guys are shifting into bugs again.
Zuri's turning into a giant bug, and we are flying the fuck away.
Oh, okay. Are you waiting for Moonlit Whisper?
Yes, and I'm like rubbing my little legs together to make a sound so that maybe Moonlit can kind of hear that stuff is going down and I'm ready to bounce.
Oh, okay. Which case? Dog will come running. With the time that is being afforded to you, I'll say with the time that is being afforded to you, I'm going to assume that the dog will, I'll say Fenrir will run and grab Jib, bring her back. Because she doesn't really seem to be able to do much besides, she can't even really move. Movement's 0. She failed too many times.
Yeah, so right. Rescue hound mode activate.
All right. Cool. Sherpa dog goes and saves the Jib. And ISO will walk over. He'll look over at you guys and be like, "You guys did a great job."
No, we're not done yet. We still gotta get out of here in one piece, or else it don't matter.
He'll look around and he was like, "Oh, I suppose."
If we all die in a lava explosion, then it doesn't really matter how good of a job we did, does it?
Yeah, but I really want to study this gun. It's fascinating.
Get on already. I mean, I can't make noise, but rubs my feet together.
Planet declared a Gale protocol. You don't get to study anything.
All right. You guys don't know what the countdown is. I'll say the countdown is only on the monitors downstairs. So since you don't know exactly how long this is going to last before it explodes, I need to know how long you guys are going to stay. You know what's going to happen? You must say, I need to know how many rounds you guys are going to stay before, because all you can tell is that this is going to blow up soon.
How many rounds did it take for everybody to gather?
I will say that I will go ahead and say out of combat. How fast can Fenrir go? 40?
50?
Shit. Okay. All right. In which case, Fenrir would have been the Fenrir. Let's see. Back up. Measure. Fenrir was right here.
And he ignores difficult terrain if he's dashing, so he can get around real quick.
2 rounds.
Okay, so
because that's 100 per round, so it's about 100 to get to her and 100 to get back.
So 2 rounds. So that's 12 seconds. I'd say give him another 3-4 rounds at most.
Okay. All right. Nature. I'll say if you want to make a nature check to get a general idea.
Yeah, that probably would be a good idea.
Okay.
Other people feel free to roll too.
Will do.
Feel like Tristan's exhausted his natural 20s for the night.
I will spend a hit die to give myself advantage, though. Well, all the good that did.
Not a nature guy.
Nature's intelligence, yeah.
Oof. Okay.
15's pretty good, though.
More than 1 round, less than 4.
Want to roll the dice on 3 or call it 2?
Let's go for 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me see if I got anything I can, maybe do to shield us and give him an extra If you want to gain some altitude, if he's within 30 feet, I can teleport him. So we could,
Right.
get a little bit of air to give us a little bit more breathing room.
Okay. In which case, we will go downstairs for those 2 rounds that you guys are doing that.
So how heavy is this cobalt?
Moonlit Whisper. I must say, the time that is counting down from 30 to 24, what are you doing?
Okay. I just want to confirm this guy's a kobold, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
I must say, he is... Yep.
Do I have any idea how heavy a kobold is?
He's pretty small. So, let me see. He's small humanoid. So, let me type this into Google and see how much. He's small. Wait.
Google roll random kobold weight.
Generally between 25 and 35 pounds.
Hells yes. Okay. I so want to take one of these cases, but I can't. Okay. I'd like to kind of jump that case right here. I'm going to reach. I want to reach out my hand towards the kobold and just dispel the energy on the Vespa blade, just so it can see power and clatters. Come with me if you want to live.
He will. All right, cool.
Rogue smile.
If that is what you are doing on his turn.
Well, because I still have my action, I will. I don't prefer actually using this for labor things. Either the character doesn't, but it would be incredibly useful.
Okay. Cool. Nice. I'll say in which case, you will do that. He will look at you, look down at the Vespa blade that's clattered to the ground. He was like, "Argh." He will reach down, pick it up, scamper over to you, hand it to you, and we'll say,
Okay.
we'll hand the Vespa blade to you, and he will say, "You, for a brief moment, you were my friend, and for that, I will not impede. I will not impede your. I will not impede your safe retreat. But be warned, if we meet on the battlefield again, I will be forced to follow the whims of my master. But I do thank you for allowing me to save my life, and as a result, I shall not collapse the pathway out." Be safe.
Yep.
What'd you say?
I was going to say, so shall we be on opposite sides during the next act, or will we? Or will we be on his turn?
All right.
On my turn, rather.
He will walk over here, do one last thing to assist you. As he will press press a button. I'll say press like a series of buttons on the side of this, as you will hear a low hum. You will hear a low hum as it starts to levitate off the ground.
Oh, that is really nice.
You thought they were just dragging 250-pound things around here?
Well, I mean, they had like super strong trolls and like cyber automata, so I just kind of figured they were using those.
Yeah, they can't fit in here.
I thought the smaller like cyber demons,
yeah,
full of argent energy and shit, could fit. But okay,
I mean they can, but the trolls can't. But the cyber things, generally.
Oh,
yeah, you don't know that, but yeah, this place seems fairly clean and doesn't smell like brimstone and trolls.
Okay, that's fair.
All right. He is going to spend his turn. He's going to use the rest of his movement to make his way over here and scan his face into here.
Okay.
You go ahead and go. I must make it to the teleportation pad.
Okay. At this point, is it switch over to my turn?
Yes, it is your turn.
Okay. Since he handed me the Vesper blade, is it an item interaction to put it away, or can I just put it away?
You can just put it away.
Okay.
You have it. You can do whatever you want with it.
Okay.
This I'll say this thing. I'll say now that it is hovering, it counts. I'll say it whatever it is utilizing counts. I'll say the weight. I'll say the weight of anything up to 1,000 pounds only counts as 10.
Okay.
I'll say the weight of anything. I'll say the weight of anything that is on this thing up to 1,000 pounds is divided by 100.
Okay. Hopefully this will work. Turning to look at the former peer in the professor's employ. As he's scanning in, and he mentioned he was going to go to the teleportation circle. As I implied a moment ago, I think it's time for a bit of a twist. Gonna on top of the tirelessness modifiers, since I did move last time, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I can't trigger that yet.
Yeah, you haven't moved yet, I don't think.
Okay. I moved last round though, because I moved 15 feet to
okay, yeah.
to them. So I can't trigger the thing I wanted to trigger, but that's fine. So I'm going to go over here, and I would like to initiate a grapple to pull him under an arm, get him off his feet and wrap an arm around him to keep him to my side.
Like, hey, wait, what are you doing? Doc!
Hopefully roll 20 will not roll 20 me.
Fuck, now I have to pull up his sheet. Hold on.
Oh yeah, he has information. And as the good guys, we shouldn't kill him.
It's like I'm trying to get to my teleportation pad so I can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no, I get that. But again, as the good guys, we shouldn't kill him in interrogation or anything. So, information source.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I don't think I have anything that will enhance that.
So what does he have to do? Make a dex save against you?
It's a acrobatics or athletics roll, if I recall correctly.
So I guess just Dex then. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, with it being a volcano thing, I can't just pop a rope trick and allow extra dimensional space to shield us. Because, if it erupts and falls down, I can't exactly close the gateway. So that. Okay. Roll 20. Let's see what we will do. Am I set to normal? I'm set to normal. Awesome.
Oh, God. I gotta get to a fucking fist fight with a kobold alchemist.
14. You see, I'm rolling less than a 10 still. Freaking A, roll 20.
Crit
Do
fail.
I have any? Okay. That's 10 feet. With my item interaction, I would like to move the hover cargo thing.
Yeah. Put me down.
Okay. 3 times normal speed over land, minus 10 for that movement. So I will be going 80 feet through the way that I had entered,
Oh, okay.
which I believe I came from that direction.
Yep.
Initially.
Okay. He is freaking out. He's like, let me go. I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
You won't.
Yes, I will. You don't understand. He's going to reach inside his coat, and he is going to pull out a flask and throw it on the ground. I need you to make a dex save on his turn. Actually, no, he doesn't throw it on the ground. He just smashes it against himself.
Okay, is it still a dex save then, or would it be?
It's a dex save because it explodes in a 15-foot radius.
Okay. Please don't hurt yourself. Come on.
Is that it? Dex save 9?
Oh, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 4. It is not a melee attack, so that does not go off. 1 second. I have, shall we say, combat consent defenses on me. I need to make sure none of them go off. Okay, both of those are triggered only by melees. Okay, so it's purely melee retribution. Awesome. Glad it's an AoE.
All right. Ah! As this mist enshrouds the both of you as you take 22 poison damage.
Oh,
let me go.
Thought that would have been a con save, but that works. That's fine. But 22. Neat. Okay.
I'm gonna say you are also poisoned.
Okay. I see what he's doing. Wait. Question. Is this a contact poison? Does it have to touch my skin, or do I have to breathe it in?
Let's see. Blast explodes in a 15-foot radius. Creatures in the area take 17 poison damage and are poisoned for 1 minute. It doesn't say. It says that explodes in a 15-foot radius. I don't know if it's I'm assuming it's both. I don't know if you breathe it in. It doesn't specifically say.
Oh, okay. Because the thing is, contrary to what Whisper actually does,
Yeah, I know. Well,
He
I know
doesn't need to breathe.
Yeah, no, but it just says like, hold on, let me see. I can. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it doesn't say what it.
Yep.
I must say,
it's
it
a
doesn't say.
volatile substance, so
Yeah, it just says it's volatile. So I don't know if it explodes in a gas. I don't know if it explodes in like something that touches your skin. It's an AOE and it says poison. So it doesn't say that you breathe it or anything.
well, I know like spells will specify like clouds and stuff, so I guess this is just a touch thing. Okay.
Yeah, I must say, like it says, it's just a thing he can do.
Okay.
All right. He is going to use his bonus action to fiddle around inside of his jacket as if he is looking for something else. Seriously, let me go. It is your turn again. At the end of your turn, at the end of your next turn of movement, you will be at the top.
Okay. I would like to use honeyed words and promises to try to calm this person down.
Disadvantage because of what he is panicking about.
Okay. Unfortunately, I am very good at what I do, but
Right.
I don't think that'll change whatever he's concerned about. So
He seems to be yelling he's going to die. That's what he's been yelling. I'm going to die. Let me go. I'm going to die.
I mean, he's not exactly the most confident individual from earlier, so.
Okay. So persuasion. Okay. He'll be like, I suppose it's my time anyway. I had a good run.
Okay.
He seems to have you've seen it before. He seems to have resigned himself to death. Persuasion would have been an action, but that's I'll say the 90 feet is enough to get you to the surface. I'll say. Okay. Because he is moving a lot faster than I thought he would.
Yeah, again, he doesn't like to
you will see
use the circumstances, but
I'll say you will see Moonlit Whisper with a kobold tucked underneath his arm who looks, I guess, depressed. And he is dragging behind what looks to be a large container of sorts that seems to be hovering off of the ground.
Hurry up, we gotta go!
You see your crew all on top of a flying beetle.
Oh, I need to.
Pretty sure Missouri was in
add
beetle mode
that
when he
to-
went underground because that was part of the charge.
Yeah.
I need to add that to a scene at some point. Okay. I guess is the kobold doing anything else during his turn?
No, you've convinced him to give up.
Okay.
He's
In
not
which
even,
case?
he's not even talking anymore.
Oh, I have plenty of movement right now.
Okay, so you have enough to get over here and join
Yep.
the line.
Okay.
At the end of the round. Anything else you're doing?
I just wanted to make sure that either I could request Missouri to grip the container, or if there was enough room on Missouri to be able to have the container, take a spot on top of the carapace.
From what you've noticed, there is a ton of space. Missouri can fit up to 20 people.
Well, you're awesome, Missouri. Patch carapace.
Okay, in which case, you are able to get you're able to get everyone on, and at the end of your turn, there is another shift. And congratulations, Moonlit Whisper, because you did your speedy bit. On round three, the structure underneath this gun cracks and breaks as the schism, as the chasm right here will crack, go underneath it, causing this thing to crunch, shift to the left, to the right, the sand wall giving away underneath it as well, as the gun slowly descends and falls into the planet before as everyone's looking down, because you're all hovering, it falls into this massive pit of lava. Moonlit Whisper, if you were still down there, you would have had to make a dex save to avoid this gun and the debris hitting you on the way down.
Woo!
If you had failed said dex save, you would have been knocked back down 60 feet and taking 10d6 bludgeoning.
Moonlit will give a audible though soft prayer of hope, kind of towards the collapsing gun and facility.
Okay. All right. While you guys are on, you see the place starting. You see the place starting to give away as the entire ground around you buckles. Bucks upwards, down, up, down, and then up before eventually just collapsing entirely inward as the troll bodies. The troll bodies are subsequently consumed in this mist. In this mist of smoke, sulfur, mana, and utter geological destruction.
They don't get a prayer.
I'm assuming you guys are flying off now that you got everyone?
Yep, via Longstrider, we have a dash of 50 feet flying.
Okay, sweet. All right. 50, that's when it's doubled, or is that turned to 100?
No, doubling it to 50.
Okay.
Beetle doesn't fly very fast, normally.
Okay. Does it? Huh, you're right. Damn. Okay, shit. Be faster to go on the ground. but don't want to be underground when the volcano's going off.
Let's say,
Okay.
underground would be faster, but lava.
Oh, okay. Cool. So flying at a brisk Sunday morning stroll.
I mean, we're the equivalent of a dwarf running.
Okay. Only because you are in the air are you able to escape. I'll say only because you're in the air are you all able to escape without consequence.
Because Missouri came in clutch.
Absolutely. Missouri has saved the day. As all of you are able to make your way off map, as behind you, Mount Doom explodes. as this plume of lava. I'm gonna say this plume of lava with this spiral of ambient magic surging around it. That shoots up into the sky, parting the clouds. You are fairly certain that anything or anyone that was still in there has been lost.
Shit. I was hoping the pods could withstand whatever it was, because I don't know what materials, man. Well, I gave him a pair just in case. Shit. But
I'll say if they were not destroyed, they are at least in the lava somewhere, and chances of recovering them, even if they can survive the lava, they're now under lava somewhere.
You see, I have faith in the teachers of the Combat Academy, because they've clearly shown, at least low tier shonen ability. So when I get back, I do plan on reporting the pods and relinquishing the list.
Okay. Are you choosing to read the list right now, or are you just going to say that for later?
Provided, well, we're moving leisurely. So first, I want to check to make sure everyone's okay. Especially Jib Jib. And provided there's no complications from that, I would like to read the list.
Okay.
No, I think I know what you might do. Oh no, is Whisper gonna cry?
The list, the list seems to have a series, has a series of names that you don't recognize. Are you saying these names out loud to folks? Are you reading this out loud, or are you just kind of reading it to yourself?
Since I don't know the exact contents, I'm just going to be reading it to myself.
Okay. Cool. You see you do see a handful of names. You do see a handful of names of people, and these are people. And these are supposedly people that are. These are supposedly people who are meant to be, from what it sounds like, people who were intended to be captured and used for some sort of experiments. Some of the names are crossed out, which you assume, some of the names are crossed out as those names also seem to have pods attached to them. Pod numbers attached to them, pod numbers that you remember seeing in the primary room of things that were being siphoned off. There are there are 4 names that you do not. There are 4 names that you see. 2 of them you recognize, 2 of them that you don't.
Okay.
First name, Jib Jib.
Wait, what?
Name.
Is Jib not in the head?
Name. Name to be. These are names of people yet to be captured.
Oh, okay.
They were on the list to be. This is a list of people that. And it has checks for people who were captured, people who were. Each name has a column for to be captured, captured. Captured, and so there's to be captured, and drained.
Okay.
Everyone else on this list seems to have been captured and drained, meaning that they've been X'd out, with the exception of 4 people. One of them, Jib Jib. One, is somebody named Shava.
Okay.
Someone named River.
Okay, people to be captured in. Okay.
And last name with a with the name the name River seems to have some sort of universal symbol for caution around it.
Okay.
Also, also one of them had. The other person who has. There's another name that has a symbol for caution as well. And it just has in parentheses around its name Evernight.
Okay. Okay. With that being read, provided I have time, I'll have the piece of paper in hand. Well, I have a list of targets here. If well, and a bit more. If anyone wants to take a gander.
Maybe later.
I assume you're kind of injured and you're like, don't feel like doing anything.
Well, right now I'm focusing on healing people and stuff. Like, once we're out of the gas cloud, I'll drop a lesser restoration on Jib Jib, see if that helps with the poison, the radiation poisoning.
Okay. All right. As you guys are you guys flying all the way back home? Or are you stopping somewhere? You don't have to stop anywhere. I'm just checking.
I think we should go home.
At least as far as we can get.
Well, how long does her?
That's what I'm looking. Remain shapeshifted for an amount of hours equivalent to your level. So 12 hours per use, and they have 2 charges left.
Okay.
So in theory, we could get 24 hours of travel time in.
Okay. which case, roughly around about the halfway point. I'll say roughly around about the halfway point. Let me see. Which I believe. I'll go ahead and reuse this. Nah, can't use that. Here I thought I had a map that was just dirt. Do I not just have a ground map? I do not just have a ground map. What the fuck? That is weird. Okay. You know what? I will just say that I will count this as a halfway map because roughly it was about where you guys were for halfway.
And even flying, we're traveling at roughly the same pace we were on foot.
Yeah. So, all right. You guys, as you are approaching, if you remember correctly, if you remember that map that you guys were on, if you guys remember that map that you guys were on, where you guys took the nap underneath that giant skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You will see. You will see two people on the ground, seemingly staring up at you, as if they were waiting for you to get back. They seem to be looking in the direction that you're coming in, almost as if patiently waiting for you to appear.
Do we recognize them?
No. But they seem to be standing on the skeleton's arm. They don't seem to be like aggressive. If you want to make you guys are pretty high overhead, so if you want to make a perception check to
Would it be perception or insight?
Perception to see them, insight to perception to see them clearly, insight to try to determine who they might be.
Okay.
Ah, good job. Good job, Missouri.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, if I'm still poisoned, then it's a 9. Actually, it's a 9 regardless, it looks like.
If you're poisoned, I can clear the poison. I got time for that.
Okay. I mean, it still would have been a 9, apparently, so first number and all that. I assume it doesn't make it.
No, it does not make it.
Okay, no insight for me.
No insight for me either.
All right, waiting for Nimbus.
Yep, 1 second.
Missouri's perception is able to pick up on their looks, though. All right. So, Moonlit Whisper, you're still a bit, obviously still a bit distracted by the ongoings of all of the information that you learned. There's enough of your compatriots here to be able to pick up the slack while you For Nimbus and for Missouri, you will see these two people.
I see. They look hella sus to me.
I'm gonna say, you see them. Nimbus, upon staring, looking, thinking for a moment, something about them seems very familiar now that you look at them. These are two of Iridia's children.
Oh, the kids learned how to take people forms. Okay.
The female will wave to you to come down. Do you tell anyone else what they that it's them?
Yeah, I'll share that. I'll pass it along. Like I said, the kids have learned how to take human form.
Oh, that's neat.
I guess Missouri will chitter clink leg rub.
Rub.
All right. Do you land as they are trying to flag you down?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Which case, you guys will land. Say, as you guys land, the female will jump down. Seemingly, as she is going down, there will be what you see behind her, almost invisible, translucent, wings behind her that slow her fall, that seem to disappear the moment that she hits the ground.
Okay.
This one will just jump and land on the ground with a thud.
The macho method.
When he hits the ground, the kind of jolt implies that despite his stature, he still seems to be carrying the weight of the dragon form that he has.
Oh damn, okay.
She will say, mother sent us to make sure that you, to see if you made it, that you made it away safely. She'll look you guys over, seeing that can tell that you guys have been healed, because clothes look kind of damaged. Clothes look pretty badly damaged, but you guys are obviously healed up a bit. I assumed that it was rough for you.
More or less.
Jib is gonna say, I was not as useful as I would have liked. I threw up a lot. I am ashamed. The male will kind of be looking at Moonlit Whisper.
Hello there.
Hello. He seems to be sniffing in your direction.
I don't know if this is null and void, but he does routinely wear cologne as perfume, so I don't know if that'll affect whatever he's sniffing for.
He seems to be sniffing in your direction. Insight from you?
Ooh, excellent.
He is not sniffing at you. He is sniffing at the kobold that you're carrying.
Do you perhaps have some words for your cousin?
He will mildly sneer at that. His sister will make a face. she'll make a face at him, and she will say, "Be nice." And he'll say, "You there? What is your name?" The kobold does not answer. Still kind of seems to be in that, like, non-fighting, kind of given up mentality. You hear him kind of muttering, "It's only a matter of time."
All I'm hearing is he has information.
He will say, "Is this?" He was like, "Is this one of?" He would say, "Is this one of the? Is this one of the demon lords? Is this one of the demon lords' subjects?"
More so a Okay, because of the Isekai that's really on, I assume we're familiar with the term science.
Yes.
Okay. Or so some form of scientist who has claimed, or at least implied, that the demon lords' armies have been scattered and severely lessened, and himself says he wants to become a equivalent to and I'll use air quotes, new demon lord. This person here was a some level of assistant.
So you are saying that to everyone now?
Yeah, I don't see a reason to hide it, because if anything, I'm informing people and I'm seeing the kobold as an information source. Though now I'm under the impression he may be stabbed. So
okay. Nimbus, Nimbus, Missouri, you are both now getting this information.
Okay.
That implying, Moonlit Whisper seems to be implying that the Demon Lord is gone, and the generals seem to be fighting over claiming the title.
I mean, that doesn't help us in the, super immediate, but it does sound like we need to talk, bring this back to the city, because it sounds like this might be the time to actually rally our forces and start, either, building up so that we can take out whoever wins the thing, or take advantage of the current chaos and hit them all while they're ruined, while they're weak.
The kobold will look up after you guys say all of this. Something that was said, obviously jolting him out of his stupor. He will say, "Wait, you're the heroes?"
Oh, they are.
You're with Arden?
I'm sorry, who the hell did you think we were with?
He will look at you, Moonlit Whisper.
Any particular look that is being given?
It is a look of like betrayal. Because remember, you told him you was like that you were with the Demon Lord's army remnant.
Oh yeah. Amongst other things, Whisper is an actor. He can lie.
He's gonna be like, oh. He will say, I was under the impression that you were taking me to one of the other generals' camps to torture me for information. But instead you're going to take me back to Arden to torture me for information there. That's even worse. I know what your kind does there. I know what you people do to us. I've heard the stories.
I just rub my feet together.
Perhaps the stories you have heard have been mere propaganda and hearsay.
No more propaganda than what you've heard about us and what we do to your kind.
I've actually witnessed the Demon Lord's armies take over entire cities and what they have done during such acts. While I don't claim to know everything, as there can of course be depth to any story, there is at least some leverage to the propaganda that we've heard. Feel free to correct me on any of it.
We do what I don't know about the other barbarians in the Demon Lord's army, but we do what we do for the sake of the advancement of this world after the war is over. We must drag those who live in the remnant of this barbarism and drag them into a brave new world of technology and advancements. He'll become a little more solemn. It is a shame that I will not be able to see it.
Well, I think not that you would be slain, though. Given your objectives, though not your methods, if the Demon Lord's army is so scattered and your faction is trying to pursue advancement, then why did your chief designer not attempt to parlay with Ardent?
Because as with the Demon Lord's army and his generals, you were all unreasonably behind technologically, too primitive, too lacking in advancement to understand his vision. You would never be willing to do what it takes in order to step forward into the brave new world. each of the generals, without the guidance of the Demon Lord, had a different viewpoint for what they wanted. Islegard wanted to return the world back to its roots, literally. He wanted to destroy all buildings, all technology, go simply back to creatures moving about through the woods. No homes, no huts, no technology, just simply communing with nature. Foolish druid nonsense. He feels that the planet would heal better if everyone were in closer connection to it, and did not close themselves off from it in our inns and huts and laboratories. He feels that advancement in technology had taken away the spirit of the magic that sentient beings had access to, and that we've only grown weaker and more corrupt with the advancements. That was his goal. And from what I've heard, you put it into that, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Last thing we need is foliage all over the place.
I don't think you should get rid of all grass, but Elsgard certainly sounds like an extremist.
He was a fool, wanted to take everyone backwards. My master understood that this planet is nothing more than a resource to be harnessed and used. And once this planet is dried of all of its resources, we shall proceed to the next world and utilize it as need be in order to advance. As all advanced cultures should. Using the resources in order to build themselves better and better from world to world, until eventually we can have, until eventually everyone, through the power of technology, can become gods.
So a kind of technological dynasty then.
A civilization of gods, led by the master. As you have seen, our master, given enough time, is able to harness the power of the worlds in order to achieve god-tier levels of magic. Imagine having all of that energy flowing through you, each and every member of an army being able to have access to 10th, 11th, 12th tier magic at will.
That certainly sounds very impressive. I wouldn't think the protection of such would be of any error, but clearly your master wants to be the god among gods.
I'll say it is a brave new era, and we shall be the ones who go forward and try to live as we should. The gods have given us the ability to be able to understand, the ability to be able to learn and grow. Why would they not have given this to us if they did not want us to become like them?
That is certainly an interesting viewpoint.
The goal of all creations is to surpass their masters.
Given that you and I at least can agree on some few basic things, would you be opposed to an exchange of knowledge?
He will say, I do not know how much time I have left. So whatever important questions that you have, it is best that you put them first.
Whisper will take a moment to kind of just with his eyes kind of glance at the party to kind of give them a chance to interject anything that they may think is important in terms of questions.
I'm good.
Okay. I'll be a second.
Does Missouri have any questions? Did we lose
What
him?
was that?
Okay. The Kobold wants to know. What's his face is asking if Mule Whisper's asking if you have any questions for the Kobold, and the Kobold is suggesting that if you have any questions, make them quick. He does not know how much longer he has to live.
Well, I'm still a bug, and I'm helping everybody get home, so I can't really say much.
That's fair. Okay. In that case, well, do you happen to know the main area where your master tends to operate and do his experimentations?
No problem. I am unsure. The teleportation circles in his labs lead to various places across the planet. He has found a way. He has found a way to isolate teleportation circles and send them to multiple areas. Each teleportation circle can be attuned before teleporting to send them to various spots. Whereas normal teleportation circles will send you simply to a designated location. With the right coordinates, you can go to any number of the dozens of teleportation circles he has set up around the planet. It is brilliant.
Indeed. What is your name?
My name. You will be able to place it on my grave. I am Kurgain.
Again.
Assistant scientist to the to the next demon lord.
Oh, thank you. It's nice to know who I'm talking to.
He will clutch. He's gonna clutch his chest like anything else.
Nimbus?
I'm good.
No, him.
Oh,
Again.
what does he need?
He's clutching his chest rather painfully.
Well, yeah, I got that. But, I mean,
You're a healer, man. Heal.
I'm asking GM for information.
Did you roll for it?
It's like clutching chest doesn't really do anything for figuring out what I can do to.
Mattis?
Oh my god, I think this is a straight up legit use of medicine.
I'll say I'm not on my computer at the moment, so let me know what he rolls. I don't know. Is medicine wisdom or intelligence?
Wisdom, apparently.
Okay. Well, there you go. I think you're a wise paladin. Wait, our paladin's charisma.
Paladin is charisma, but again, I'm still a cleric.
Okay.
19.
19.
Okay. He is not suffering from a health ailment. I'm gonna say he's not suffering from a health ailment. There is something inside of him that is causing him pain.
Die.
Can you write down your teleportation switches?
You can. I'm gonna say you can see him starting to cough up blood. Nimbus, how close are you to him?
Like looking over to Nimbus?
Probably within easy reach.
All right, Moonlit Whisper, how close are you to him?
However close he was from Jib Jib.
Okay, so all right, so like next to him. Are you next to him, or were you giving him space? Like while he's having these violent reactions, did you get closer, or are you staying away?
Okay. Given his reaction, I would have moved to be like within arm's reach, but trying not to crowd.
Okay. Cool. All right. You are close enough.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna say you are close enough to where you can. I'm gonna say you are close enough to where you can see. I'm gonna say you can see. Actually, no. It's not something that you can see yet. You can hear something. I'm gonna say you can hear something mechanical.
Okay.
You can hear some mechanical, and it sounds like it's coming from him.
I did cast a spell, by the way, but that is creepy.
What is the spell?
Detect thoughts.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna say he's not going to resist because he knows what's about to happen.
Okay. In which case, I will use not the service level version, but the more active effect of it.
Which is
This is a long one. With action, you can shift. Let's make a saving throw. I could have sworn. Service thoughts of creatures. Attempt to probe deeper. Yep, that's what I was looking for. If it fails, you gain insights into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, or something that looms in its mind, such as something it worries over. I could have sworn it let me dive into the last 24 hours.
thought that was a different spell. And you can still read the surface level thoughts.
Yeah, but with the active stuff, I can I can get far more context. Weird.
Okay.
I'm a little surprised I misremembered the spell like this. Okay.
All right. Nimbus, because of where you are, you hear a very familiar, actually, and so can Missouri, because Missouri's a bug. So Missouri knows exactly what the sound is, especially since you just finished dealing with it. It sounds like a smaller, chittering, clicking version of those insects that you just finished dealing with. And it sounds like it's coming from inside of him.
Okay. I don't think I have a spell for killer robot bug implant.
Would surgery not be of use here?
Getting one? Yeah. Awesome.
I can communicate with them, right?
Well, not in your bug form though. You said you did? Yeah. Awesome. Make sure that you put your stuff in it before you go to bed. Yeah. All right. So yeah. Go ahead and I say I might say it looks like a bug, but remember those things are firms, so they're actually doubles.
I mean, I could try a surgery, but at the rate he's going, I don't know if that would actually do anything fast enough.
Your medicine roll is enough to tell you that this creature is inside of his heart.
Well, yeah, obviously he's inside. I don't know what to do about it being inside.
I wasn't sure if there was a thing that your character knows more than the player kind of thing.
Well, the character is not a doctor.
Yeah, he just rolled medicine to be able to.
I rolled untrained medicine. That's just my.
Oh, I didn't realize it was untrained. Okay. Well, you're all like, I'm a paladin cleric dude, so.
Yeah, the character is a paladin. I hit things and heal people with magic, not with
Yeah, he's not a apothecary. He's just like he's like, oh hey, I know medicine because I know that if I use magic on this bone, that it reattaches itself. But it's hey, I have a lot of wisdom, therefore I'm good at just rolling medicine. I'm just good at rolling the medicine skill. So
okay, in which case, then I'm trying to, I guess, in terms of my end, I'm trying to like grab any information concerning like the teleportation circles that I can.
So there's a handful of things that you are aware of. Because of what he was just talking about, you are aware that Professor Mergain has at least Kurgain is aware that Mergain has at least 35 teleportation circles. One of them you are aware. One of them you are aware is roughly about 50 miles into the ocean. Roughly about 50 miles into the ocean. From to the north of Arden.
Okay.
So That would be west of the blast radius. So it wouldn't have been caught in it. But apparently there is a teleportation circle out there. You being a resident of the planet are not aware of any islands or anything in that general area. As a matter of fact, you're pretty sure there's nothing in that general area. But apparently he seems to be very confident that there is a teleportation circle out there, which means that either there's a teleportation circle floating in the middle of the ocean, which you're pretty sure he can't do. There's a teleportation circle at the bottom of the ocean, which you're pretty sure he can't do. Or somehow or another, there's a teleportation circle out there. You are aware that that seems to be the closest one. Kurgane does not seem to be aware of. He knows about the teleportation circles, and he knows about the labs that he's been to, and he knows that there are other labs, but he rarely leaves the labs due to his sunlight sensitivity. So he normally just stays in the labs or underground or somewhere.
Okay.
You are also aware that what he is freaking out about, and what he has been freaking out about, is that if he is too far apart from Mergain for too long, in order to keep from leaking too many details, each of his subordinates has a small version of those exploding clockwork abomination things in them. They are surgically implanted into them, and they count down and explode. To make sure, in an attempt to kill the subordinate, and with the fireball radius, take out the people who are trying to intimidate them as well. You are aware that you maybe have a round, possibly two, to get as far away from him as you can, because he is going to explode in minimum 10 to 20 foot radius in about a round or two.
Did we have time to short rest while we were flying over here?
Yes.
Like how hesitant that is. What you gonna do?
Yeah, I had to think about it because I was like, you were healing people, stuff like that. Yeah, you can heal people during a short rest. Yeah. That is what Moonlit Whisper is picking up mentally. Moonlit Whisper is picking up that the bug that is inside of his heart is about to do the thing that it does, where upon death it just explodes.
Yeah,
not magic.
Which will be like the bomb inside them is about to explode. Now it sounds like Nimbus has a plan. Whisper also has.
I didn't say I had a plan. I just asked if I had time to roll my hit die before he explodes.
Oh, okay. I kind of thought that was preparation for a plan. Okay, my plan it is then. What I'm going to do is quickly throw up a rope and not use my I'm not going to use my standard extra winded incantation. I'm just going to go for the rote incantation, unfortunately, for a rope trick and like toss him up into the hopefully at like an angle is my hope, into the pocket dimension, and try to dive out of the way if I have time to do all that, because there's still an opening and it should funnel down, which is unfortunately where I will be. So
Okay, you tell everybody this. Are you guys moving?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool. Everybody, Masa, everybody just kind of clears the deck. Um, 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 for Missouri, are you moving away as well, or are you just gonna sit and chitter and click and stuff?
Do I still have people on me? Because, yeah.
No, I mean everybody kind of got off of you because I'll say because everybody decided to. I'm assuming people got off. Were people getting off to address, or were you all staying on the beetle?
No, we gotten down.
To the two dragons. Okay.
Even the injured? Even Jib Jib?
Everyone's healed now because from what I was told, they were like lesser restoration, healings, and stuff were done for people. I mean, people aren't at full health, but you're significantly better off. I believe everybody is at least at half at this point.
That's probably a fair guess. I can roll the heal in a minute if I need to.
Yeah, I'm gonna say everybody's at least at half. You are familiar with this explosion? Well, I'll say Moonlit Whisper isn't, but because I'll say everyone else who was fighting on the surface is aware of how these things explode. It's not fireball level, but it's definitely enough to kill you if it blows up inside of your chest.
So I'm just going to hop up in the air for a little bit.
I'll say definitely enough to blow a kobold to bits, but because Nimbus was standing right next to it when like at least two of them blew up. So Nimbus knows these things do about 3 to 5 d6 like fire damage in a radius. Not enough to kill you, but definitely enough to hurt. And for generics, definitely enough to kill generics. But for you guys, it's nowhere near enough to kill you. But for standard for standard city guards doing an interrogation, yeah, that's like what 5d6 of like fire damage is more than enough to kill your standard city guard.
Whoever needs it can gain 56 health from the trip back.
Okay. Tossing him into the rope trip and hitting the deck. All I can think of is the fucking what is it? Captain America. The Captain America movie. It's like, get down, grenade. Oh god, that is the most interesting use of rope trick I've heard. It's like, oh shit, suicide bomber, throw him into the rope trick. Okay. All of you see Moonlit Whisper as he yeets this guy into the rope trick, into this pocket dimension, and runs for it. Nimbus, knowing the explosive radius of it, do you feel comfortable where you are, or do you want to move?
Well, no, we're moving.
Okay. Missouri, knowing the explosion radius of this, do you feel comfortable where you are, or are you moving?
I'm moving up in the air.
Okay, cool. She moves slowly into the air, but thankfully the blast radius is okay, so even at her leisurely pace, Missouri is able to shuffle into the sky. Everyone else diving for cover as your link. Your link. The last thing that you hear is, "Thank you, master." As there's just like this, as like a boom of fire just comes out of the rope trick.
I'm sorry, Brian. I'm sorry, Brian. The only thing I heard was for Sarn.
Difference is you can control this. I'll say it's not suicide if you didn't want to participate.
Okay, that's fair. Then it becomes murder.
Well, he thanked him, so he might have wanted it.
Okay, that's fair.
To be fair, he did fight against the suicide because he was like, please don't take me with you. Please don't take me with you. I'm going to die. Please don't do that. He was like, you're not going to die. We're going to protect you. He's like, no, it's not you I'm worried about. It's like, my boss is going to kill me. We don't do. He's like, you don't like snitches.
Snitches get paced.
But you did get some information out of him. You do know that there are teleportation circles places. You do know that if you do have a general idea as to what they look like. And if you find them, with the right attunement, you can teleport to any of the other. Teleportation paths.
Yep. I was taking notes, by the way, when you were talking.
Okay. Cool. And so there we are. With a poof, with a boom and a poof of smoke, the rope trick basically just has like smoke and the smell of charred cobalt rolling out of it.
This was like bridging against a tree, expecting like a large lab explosion to happen.
As the female dragon looks on, and she was like, "Oh, that's unfortunate." He seems so nice. That's a terrible way to go. She puts her hands together as if mourning a fellow dragon.
I suppose since I was using detect thoughts, I think I'll probably just be breathing heavily because I imagine that I would have like at least been aware of like the sensation, I suppose, with how it was phrased as getting deeper information on things.
You were aware of the thoughts that he was having because of what he was telling you. So those thoughts and all the thoughts linked to it, like he said, is like he remembers the labs. He remembers the labs. He remembers teleporting to different ones, and he remembers how many he's personally gone to and how many he was told exist.
Okay, so I know I didn't like experience his death as he was experiencing it, though. Okay.
You must say you didn't his thoughts were panic but acceptance.
Okay, no panic breathing then.
Yeah, it was panic but acceptance, and you don't experience their sensations, but you could definitely tell it was panic because it was like it's about to end, but pain, also hoping that it ends because he was like the pain was unbearable.
Okay. In which case, then, is everyone okay? I was expecting a bit more of a cinder going on.
Well, when you stick him in the hole like that.
I'm not say
Well, dealing with science here, science and magic can get a little bit weird.
Iso is gonna walk over to you and look at the rope trip. He was like, "That is," he'll say, "That is very interesting." Throwing. He's gonna say, "So throwing problematic substances into a pocket dimension in order to dispose of them. Oh, that could be useful." I like it. You're not half bad.
Gives a bow.
He'll say he's like, I appreciate your. He'll think of the word, sound like he look as if he wanted to say another word, and then think about it. Efficiency.
Thank you.
He looks as if he was going to say something that might have implied that you were crueler than than you might want to let off. But then he changed it to efficient.
I suppose it was cooler. It's like, well, I can't stop it. The best I can do is reduce its effectiveness to everyone else.
Say the dragon. I'll say the dragons will look at you. Well, hopefully, I'll say the email will say, hopefully you learned something useful. In which case, I think it's about time that we head back and that we head back home.
Yes. Feel free to extend our greetings to your to your mother in our absence.
No, you're coming with us. We were sent to escort you.
Oh.
To make my mother presumed that you would be in rough shape and that you might be injured, and therefore we are here to be your transport to come back, to make sure that no one else dares to mess with you on the way back.
Good.
Does that mean I can debug?
Sounds like you can debug.
You can debug. I'm gonna say you can either be a bug and trail beside them, and they will annoyingly fly at your pace, or they can transform into dragons and you can ride them back, or you can just all walk together.
Right.
So those are your options. Everybody ride the bug and just have two kind of annoyed dragons who have to fly at 15 X's. I'll say 15 meters per round. As these dragons are just listlessly floating.
I heard is teach them patience.
Or you can ride the dragons, or you can walk with the dragons and talk. So up to you guys. Because I believe you guys stored your horses as well. So
yeah, technically, it's up to Missouri because they're the one who has to decide whether they turn back or not.
Do you want to fly as a beetle, or are you tired of carrying people and you want to ride a dragon?
I'm tired. I'm gonna debug.
Okay. And she debugs herself, freeing up space. I'll say does a good debug.
I'll grab the hovering cargo container and gesture to see if Jib wants to hop on the container instead of walking.
Okay. The dragons depends. Which one are you getting on? I'll say the female or the male.
Oh, I don't have the fate button here, but I can't select their tokens anyway. So okay. The male.
All right. The male is not willing to have the container on him, so he will carry it in his arm.
That's fine as long as he doesn't drop it.
Yeah. Nimbus, do you have a preference?
Not especially.
Okay. Missouri, do you have a preference?
I'll go with the male.
Okay. Cool. All right. So in which case, you guys mount up and you make your way off. For anyone, for anyone who is riding on the male, he seems less. He does not seem anywhere near as talkative or as interested in your ongoings as his sister. For anyone riding on the female, she does ask you. I'm gonna say either if you're on there or you're close enough to where you can hear her asking questions of the people who are riding on her back, of how it went and what happened, and so forth and so on. So potentially bothering Nimbus the entire way back. Nimbus and company on the way back. Depending on where Nimbus was, but
Okay.
otherwise you got.
I don't mind playing 20 questions. Or rather, the character doesn't mind playing 20 questions.
Yeah, more. I'm gonna say more so mainly just like asking. It was like, so how was it? What happened? What was the canon like? Were you in danger? What does it feel like to actually, have your life on the line? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
What's it like to be a squishy human?
Yeah.
These sort of things. Like, what's it like to be mortal? What's death feel like? Stuff like that. What's your god? Why do you pray to them? What do they do for you?
Yeah, I wish I was asked that question.
If you wanna try to use this time to convert her to your Lord and Savior, Lunar.
I am a paladin. I don't convert people. That's a cleric's job.
I'm not. I'm not a cleric. I hit too many people to be a cleric. I don't believe.
I mean, I'd want to convert her, but I'm not riding her, so.
It was like, I'm just trying to convert them to. It was like,
and I'm not even a cleric.
I don't believe in the God that asks for power.
No, it's not that I don't believe. It's just, conversion is the role of the priest. I'm not a priest.
I like how the priests over here like, oh hey, let us tell you about our Lord and Savior, and this motherfucker just handing out like the little booklets that you get in the front of the church. It was like, look at yourself.
I don't even hand out booklets. What are you talking about?
Do we even get a name of your God? No. Not my job.
It's like, I am a knight. I go out and I do things and I smite evil.
Huh? God.
In the name of who? God. Which God? Look it up. Look up in the phone book. Do you even have a symbol? Symbols are for clerics.
I do have a holy symbol, well, but only because I'm required to have one for spellcasting.
It's the smallest thing, and he keeps it on his robe so the light can see.
Instead of clutching and presenting it, he just grips it over his clothing to where it's just speaking out, and it looks like he's really like just scratching his chest. And cats and those questions.
He's not the type of paladin who just like wears a symbol on the front of his armor, on a tunic and everything. He's like, I got my symbol. It's in my pocket, stitched into the inside pocket.
The mundane acolyte has more religious heraldry than the paladin. I understand you're not. I know it's an oath thing, but Traditionally, paladins do serve a deity.
Okay. And with that, as you guys make your way back to Arden, you will see, I'm gonna say, as you're approaching, you will see what looks to be a dome that is surrounding the city. But this dome seems to be, pulsating, pulsating, shimmering, and kind of swirling with a multitude. Seems to be swirling with a multitude of 7 colors.
Oh shit! I hope that's ours.
As you approach it, as you approach it, the shield, the dome, the dome sphere type thing around the city dissipates.
Okay. Player doesn't want to deal with that. I don't know if Whisper knows what it is. The player doesn't want to deal with that.
That was the shield that was put up around there. A prismatic sphere was placed around the city.
Yep. Don't want to deal with none of those layers.
Hence the reason why she was like, I can stop one attack with this.
What are you gonna do? I use Wish to make a super version of the spell.
Pretty much. She was like, her whole thing. She was like, I can make this, and I can do this, and keep this up. And if this thing is as strong as they say it is, no matter how powerful the magic is that it hits with, prismatic sphere will block it. It will destroy the prismatic sphere, but it'll at least give you one chance to be able to, avoid. As you are flying, as you are flying into the city, below you can hear the citizens cheering your return. No party, but you can hear them cheering your what they assume is triumphant return. As with Nimbus's calculations, you are fairly certain that they saw the beam coming to the city and then skimming over the top of it and disappearing over the mountains.
Oh, that's a spectacle.
What you do notice is that the beam did clip one of the top peaks of the mountain, and there is this molten slag at the top of the mountain where it completely where it seems to completely plasma torch. It seems to have completely plasma torched the top 50 feet of the highest peak of the mountain.
Ooh.
Seemingly cutting through the mountain like butter.
Glad that missed.
Iridia is floating in the air as you guys approach. she holds her hands up, and she will say, "Welcome home, my children." She seems to be addressing all of you when she says "my children."
Yes, I kind of find that odd. But Whisper will not actually voice that. I remember her previous attitude, so it's like, huh.
Well, like I said, she's been here for a while. I must say she's been here for a little bit now. She's like, you know what? I was like, she's made her home, and granted, River and Missouri have been very, very, friendly. I've been trying to get very, very friendly with her, and so she's found it a bit amusing.
Okay.
So she's kind of like, huh, these mortals are funny. And keep in mind with how old she is. Yes, you guys are basically children to her. On top of that, she's like, I made my nest around here, meaning that, in her mind, all of you are hers.
Makes sense. We are part of the lair, the loot horde.
You are a part of the horde. Ish. Which does mean benefits now. There are benefits to this.
Regional effects, yeah. Okay.
Yes, there are regional effects that have started to happen. One, if the city ever comes under siege, if the city ever comes under siege, and if you guys find yourselves having to work anywhere in the city, you guys now have access to layer actions that you can use against them.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So players have, so any battles that happen within the city, you guys have access to layer actions that will be added to the initiative. That you, and I will tell you, and when that happens, I will tell you what those layer actions are.
Okay.
There have also been strange plants that have been growing out of the sidewalks in the city. That seem to glow. That seem to glow particularly at night. And no matter, you've seen like plants grow through like the cracks of sidewalks and stuff. Yeah. By the time you come back, you will notice if you are ever outside at night and walk in the streets or anything, you will be able to see that like roughly like one every city block or two, there seems to be a glowing flower that is some sort of like luminescent like rainbow-ish flower growing out of the ground.
Okay.
I believe that Moonlit Whisper is an you're an alchemist, correct?
Well, I mean, his class is artificer, but his tools. I have I'm proficient with the herbalism kit.
Okay.
I have an element that says deal with plants and stuff like that.
Awesome. In which case, I can tell you what this is. Tell you what this is. I'll tell you what this is. Where did I put it?
Is it going to be a Mario flower?
Kinda, sort of. Seriously, fuck that put it. Mm. No. That makes me have to look this back up. Here it is. Here it is. To lose my shit.
Well, you can feel free to send it to me later if that's what you do.
No. Okay, I have it. All right. You have come into possession of, and I'll say, you will see that, I'll say you can pick them at your own leisure, but they are called alley blooms. An alley bloom is a captivating plant that thrives in the urban wilds, sprouting from the smallest cracks and crevices in city streets and walls. Its petals emit a soft, ethereal glow at night, casting a soothing light in dim alleys. This magical flora is not only a source of beauty in often overlooked spaces, but also plays a crucial role in purifying the air from mundane and magical pollutants. Its presence is a subtle reminder of nature's persistence and adaptability, bringing a touch of wildness and healing to the urban landscape. They have the special abilities of pollution absorption. The alley bloom can absorb pollutants in the air around it. Each round, it can cleanse the air in a 20-foot radius, removing poisons, diseases, and magical effects from the area. So if you have one of these plants around you, it absorbs any and all toxins in a 20-foot radius every round.
Nice.
Once per day, an alley bloom can produce enough nectar to act as a potion of healing when consumed.
Okay.
They can also just
nice.
they can also just be plucked. You might say if they're plucked and ground up, they can be made into one potion. But they produce one potion per day. Each flower produces enough nectar to make a single potion of healing.
Okay. Nice.
Also, if you're antagonistic, it can attack you. Jesus Christ, why does it have so many hit points? I just realized that. Holy shit.
Tries to pluck it. It has too many hit points.
This plant hilariously enough, this plant has more hit points than the kobold did.
Damn.
Yeah,
okay, shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's the size of a house plant. Why the fuck does it have this many hit points? Okay, but yeah, you now have access to plants that grow in the alley that you can derive. That if you take the time, you can derive healing potions from, which can either be given out to people in the cities, or you can hoard them for yourselves, or do a mix of both.
So I'd imagine giving access to the city would be a boon to the populace, given that it's like one every few blocks, and the city is huge. And I don't know if that includes if vines crawl up buildings, if there's flowers on multi-level buildings as well. That's a great resource for the city.
Okay. So that is a resource that you have for the city now.
Unless anyone wants to object to the idea of, letting the higher ups know about the beneficial plants.
I see no reason to hoard it.
Up to you guys if you want to destroy them as well. I won't stop you from doing that.
I mean, it's a health potion a day, regeneratively, so that's great.
I don't know. I mean, sometimes I've seen. I mean, we've seen players be like, "Oh man, it's like, man, that sounds good. Too good to be true. Burn them." So,
Yellow protocol of the flower.
I'll say. I mean, good. I'll say it is. I'll say. I'll say based on your ability, you are aware that the alley bloom is primarily nature's response. I'll say it is nature's natural response to urban sprawl.
Okay.
So the alley bloom is effectively nature fighting back against humanoid modernization.
Given that it purifies pollutants, I think it could be a good symbiosis.
Okay. I don't know how Nimbus feels. I don't know how Nimbus feels towards this.
As I said, I don't mind sharing them with the city. I don't see a reason to hoard them.
I mean, just plants growing out of the floor of the city, magical flowers growing out the floor of the city.
I mean, that's to be expected, considering, again, we're basically living in a lair now. So at least they're not, dangerous flowers.
They are if you try to pluck them.
Well, I mean, if they're putting the populace in danger, then I'm not feeling, too thrilled about them. But again, what are we going to do? I was against the dragon being here in the first place, but we're stuck with it now. So comes with the territory.
Yeah. The flowers are dangerous if you try to pull. So if you try to pluck them out of the dirt, they will attack.
So I'm sure some people will get injured and some boo-boos and not do it again.
Yeah.
Because people will be curious and try.
Yeah. I'll say the flowers do not like being plucked, and considering that based on these hit points, can it even hurt people? Oh shit! Yep. Why the fuck can this flower take a city guard? What the fuck? Melee
Dragon.
weapon attack. Let's see. Melee weapon attack +1 to hit, reach of 10 feet, one target, does 3 damage on a hit. Must succeed a DC 7 strength save or be restrained until the end of their next turn.
So we can kill a commoner and, fuck up a guard. Yeah, that's great.
Quickly tell people do not try to pluck these things.
Yeah, definitely have to cordon them off.
That sounds like it's a job for the city.
Yeah, I'll say, tell them just use them for potions. I'll say the plants are okay with you using them to derive potions and drink their nectar. They just don't want you pulling them out of the dirt. It's like because I'll say the plant is okay with being used for nectar. It is okay with being used for pollen. It is okay if you utilize it for healing and helping others. It does not want to be ripped out of the ground and subsequently killed. So it's a defense mechanism against being uprooted and murdered.
Potted plants, though.
So Nimbus, you would realize that because flowers eventually die when you pull them out of the dirt. So they were like, we don't want to die. So this is our natural defense against that. Armor class 9, 38 hit points.
Is it weak to fire? Is it a vulnerability
No.
to fire? Oh, that's.
No.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Cannot be blinded, deafened, or frightened. Blind sight of 30 feet, blind beyond this radius. Passive perception of 13. Challenge level 1.5.
Okay. How's the city? Since you mentioned it was all like, hail the returners.
They're thrilled that they didn't just get, obliterated with, they didn't get obliterated with what you can tell was the equivalency of a 15th level spell.
Hmm.
So nobody got obliterated, so they're pretty happy about that part. From what you guys can tell, some of them were not expecting you to come back.
No, I expect the heroes to come back. I don't expect me to come back.
No, they weren't expecting any of you to come back. After they saw how much damage this thing could do, they thought that all of you were going to die.
Understandable concern.
Going around the city, you will notice. As you guys are doing your downtime, you guys will notice that there were bets taken against you guys making a bet.
Okay.
So there are certain betting pools for some of you to have made it back, some of you to have died in the process. Needless to say, you have a lot of very upset bettors. But other than that, congratulations on your achievement. You stopped the cannon, you destroyed the cannon, you foiled the Demon Lord General, got some information. You now have you must say, depending on how many of these flowers that you are able to find, you have a pretty decent source of healing potions that you can take on your journeys with you.
Okay.
And if you want to fight the plants, you can. I'll say, if you want to fight the plants, then technically you can also farm XP here.
How's that for a downtime activity? I think it may disgruntle the dragons.
If you want to go around the city like killing plants for XP, not a lot, but it depends on how you feel about it. XP is 100 XP per flower.
Oh wow! Okay.
So it's not.
I'm still not going to do it, but
feel like the amount of effort you have to put into killing them at 38 XP, 38 hit points per plant. Seems like a bit. But I will go ahead and I will post that in. I will go ahead and I will post the flower in chat so that folks can see it.
Cool.
But other than that, I believe that is it for our session.
Okay. I look forward to the time skip. I'm curious what people are going to do. Since you mentioned there'd be some amount of downtime between missions.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to log XP for you guys.
Thank you.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. Okay. I don't know if you guys are actually in need of potions, but
Having a stockpile of potions is always good. Plus,
I about to say the ability for them to heal themselves and not entirely rely on me, constantly, not bad. Not that it's been a major issue so far, but there are times where I'm not able to get to them fast enough. So then the ability to do something.
Because to me, if it is a healing potion a day per every few city blocks, and Arden has been shown to be freaking huge. Even if it's not the entire population, that is really helpful from a logistics standpoint. You can have stashes places for clinics. It takes the load off of whoever usually does healing medicine stuff for the city. It's a light defense against invaders. I mean, there's a number of perks to it. Oh yeah, Brian. I thought I was concerned that you were going to put under one of the drained individuals or one of the individuals in the pods to be one of Whisper's family members. I was so concerned you were going to do that.